the #9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give is to Williams. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Oh, they're after him! And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have.
There he goes. He's at the 50, at the 30. It's a seam walk. Touchdown, Bama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch, it's Robinson. just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Webster. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Turning it on! Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Seminoles come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Here's the handoff. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They'll send the back in motion. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver, gets the big fourth down conversion.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The run from the shotgun. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Gets the back moving. Got it behind the line. It's Lucas. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And Jesse, they didn't pick up any yardage there, but they're trying to stretch this defense across the field.
Yeah, you want to try to get the defense to go east and west, Reese. It's a nice job on offense trying to scheme up a way to do that. Give the defense credit, too. They rallied to it, got that running back on the ground.
Touch pass on the run. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
It's now third down.
And the Noles need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. To the air, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon has the lead currently in Autzen Stadium, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over the Stallions. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. Push down for the tackle.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Oh, better look out! And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for him.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. They'll leave it with him. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The quick out. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Tries to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Alabama in business to start this drive with a first and goal. The give on the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Zings it complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He slides that just inside the right upright. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Great place to start for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bernard. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors at our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. To the air. It's Simpson. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Offense scoops it up and still going. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of it, and he stopped short of the first down marker. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On his way for around the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Looking downfield on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to fire. This time he's got it. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Motion from the back. He might want another play. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. The sure hands, it's Webster. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Looking for a push on 4th down. The Seminoles will keep this drive going.
Love the play call here. Love the decision to go RPO on 4th down. You're giving yourself options, but right here, you're just trusting in your offensive line and your running back to go get you the first down. Well done.
The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give them yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
You got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who might. It's also having that clock, David.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off. Select key narration volume set to 100. Menu narration option is set to off.
Says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You've got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run, play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Seminoles are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Moving out of the pocket. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the 1st down. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They go to the ground. Shakes off the defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. He'll do it himself on the draw. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
They went with the QB design run. The quarterback knew where the marker was to get that first. He dove out. He was trying to get the ball to that point. Just couldn't quite get there.
Caught in the backfield. It's White. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run...
Touchdown, no! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Makes the grab. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
The inside handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Lets it fly deep downfield. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra 1st downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the 1st down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. Powers forward. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Touchdown tie! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. A lot of we ares inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up by 35 over Nevada. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting that bounds.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He leaves it with his back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And look, I know there's not a lot of time left, David, but that's a big miss. Obviously, if he hits it, he forces the other team to need to score a touchdown to win. Now he's left the door just a bit open here, and we've seen crazy things happening.
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. To the air, it's Castellanos. He's taking a deep shot and trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Throws for the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Bitterly disappointing start to the season as they can't come up with a W and open 0-1.
And there's still so much room to improve for this